I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop when it's hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fizz back with another video. Today we continuing the series of giving you guys everything. Yes, everything. And we've already done the ranking every single badges. We've already done ranking every single takeover from next gen, current gen to even the takeover perks. Today I got y'all boys with the best badge setup for all categories and all builds. If you guys want this series to continue, I do plan on giving you guys a video going over something to do with all builds, but I need y'all to keep showing the support on these videos if you guys want this series to continue. So smash breaking this, through the like button, turn on post notifications, do all that good stuff. Get that out the way. Without further ado though, man, let's hop straight into it. Alright, so when it comes to the best finishing badge setup, now on this you don't really need multiple different badge setups. Only thing that you could really differentiate this from is guards and bigs, because some bigs are going to use more badges like rise up and post badges, but I'm not really going to be focused on the bigs today. We just going to be focusing on the best badges overall as a whole. So first badge that I believe that you should always put on, the most important badge for finishing, as always, is going to be posterizer. Anything that helps you get content dunks, anything that helps the dunk frequency. Posterizer is not only important just to get content dunks. You don't even have to have the ability to get content dunks for it to be good, because it's going to allow you to dunk through traffic a lot more. So that's if you're getting content dunks. If you're not getting content dunks, you know how sometimes you'll dunk but somebody will jump for the block on your dunk and you'll miss? That's because your posterizer isn't as high as possible, and you might not have other badges to go alongside that. So yeah, at all times you want to have posterizer on, and I'm gonna try to give y'all the best bang for your buck. But when it comes to finishing badges, I don't know if there's such thing as that for a lot of these badges. Now, next badge I would go with, especially on current gen in comparison to next gen, will be Slithery Finisher. Slithery Finisher is very important. Now, also, I don't know if I'll be saying this. This is gonna be for both consoles, not just next gen and current gen, but I doubt next gen people watch this since it is a current gen build video. But yeah, Slithery Finisher gives you the best animation possible for every single situation. Ups your dunk frequency, very important. Just one of the most overpowered badges in the game. In my opinion, it's probably the best finishing badge on current gen. It's not the most needed because posterizer is so overpowered. But if I didn't have content dunks on my build, I would definitely go Slithery Finisher first. But if you have content dunks, you would definitely want to go posterizer, then Slithery. But yeah, Slithery Finisher is amazing. Then I'll go Limitless Takeoff. Limitless Takeoff takes posterizer to a whole nother level. It takes Slithery Finisher to a whole nother level. Now you're going to be able to dunk from way further out. You're going to be able to trigger a lot more dunk animations whenever you're trying to do a dunk animation. So yeah, Limitless Takeoff is one of the more underrated badges in the entire game. Now, if you're a big, this is where you're going to start to put on badges like Rise Up, badges like Lob City Finisher. If you want to go with a post score badge, you probably wouldn't put on Slithery Finisher yet, but this is where around the time where you would go with like a Rise Up or a Lob City Finisher. Now, me personally, I would probably go with a Giant Slayer. I don't like being blocked, and I feel like Giant Slayer is a very important badge to negate being blocked. So why is Giant Slayer gonna negate being blocked? Because it literally is the badge to negate being blocked. It reduces the possibility of getting blocked. So this is a badge to cancel out Rim Protector. Rim Protector is one of the most overpowered, if not the most overpowered badge in the game. It enhances badges like Chase Down Artist, which is extremely broken. So yeah, there's no badge to really cancel out Chase Down Artist though, but if you want something that's as close as possible to doing that, it would be Giant Slayer. So I would probably go with like a Giant Slayer. You can go all the way to Hall of Fame on that. You can pretty much put that on any build. The only thing is, on any build, it's not going to be overpowered because of the fact that if you go with a shorter build, yeah, you're going to get the main focus of Giant Slayer. But if you're on pretty much taller build, it's not going to do that. So yeah, you got to keep that in mind. Now, if you're a bigger build, Mouse and House is one of the most overpowered badges in the game, especially with how bad the contest system is. So that's really mainly for taller builds. Like I was saying with Rise Up, Lob City Finisher, these post scoring badges, you will be throwing those on. But next, I'll be going with Lob City Finisher. Now, Lob City Finisher, you want to go as high as possible, but if you want the best bang for your buck, you would go bronze. but you do want to go as high as possible on live siege finisher. So yeah, that is what it is. Now, when it comes to the next badge I probably will be putting on would either be Unstrippable. Acrobat is very overpowered on this game. A lot of people don't know that. Fearless Finisher is very good, but me personally, I'm not really trying to do layups, if that makes sense. But I'm going to start going for more big man badges, because these are like the 5 you really need on guard builds. You can just go with anything else after that that's kind of like build specific. If I'm a big, this is the next badge I would go. I would go Rise Up. That would be the next most important. I'm going to go Bronze with these next couple badges, because I want to make sure that y'all can see these. Rise Up, that's going to pretty much make you dunk every single time when you're trying to do a standing dunk. It's very overpowered, very overpowered, very overpowered. Putback Boss is another great badge for big. Anytime you get the rebound, you go back up. It has a higher percentage of making it and a higher percentage of being a dunk. And you will be able to do like putback dunks and putback layups off of like rebounds. Like if you just want to go, when you're going up for a rebound, put it back up in the middle of that animation, you can do that. So yeah, Putback Boss is a very good badge as well. When it comes to the next badge, I'll probably go with like an Unstrippable around here. Unstrippable is very important for big men because a lot of the time, a lot of the guards, when they switch onto you, all they're going to do is reach. So you really want to be able to cancel that out. That will be Unstrippable. So yeah. When it comes to these next couple badges, either you're going with a post scoring badge, or now you're going to be going with a Mouse in the House. Mouse in the House is very overpowered. So I would not blame you for going Mouse in the House right here. Then I would go with like a Fast Twitch. Fast Twitch, it doesn't really speed up standing layups or standing ups as much as it says it should, but it is anything that makes your stuff faster. I tell you all the time, speed kills is very important. So yeah, you would go with Fast Twitch. Now, when I'm showing you guys bronze, I'm not saying these are best at the bronze. I'm just trying to show you guys the importance of these badges and where I will be putting them. So yeah, the next badges I will probably go with, if you're going with for the post, for the next couple, I'm gonna go for some post score badges. Back Down Punisher, in my opinion, out of all the post scoring badges, if you're going with a post scoring build, you're gonna want to go with a post scoring badge like Back Down Punisher first, because this is gonna be setting up everything else that you're doing, everything else. So yeah, Back Down Punisher is extremely overpowered. Next, actually will be Dream Shake. You probably expect me to go with a different one like Drop Stepper or Postman Technician, but Dream Shake, you can use this on any build. You don't really have to be a post scorer. You don't have to be a big man. Any build that you're trying to do a pump fake at the rim, Dream Shake is extremely overpowered. Because not only can it bail you out of a lot of situations, because a lot of people like using pogo stick, this is literally the badge to cancel out pogo stick, but also it'll help you make a lot more shots off of the pump fake, and it'll fool your defender. So the main reason why it's overpowered is because when you do the pump fake and they keep jumping, or they jump on that pump fake, it's gonna pretty much get you a foul every single time. And not only will it do that, if it doesn't get you the foul, it'll also fake your defender out and get you a wide open layup, and you'll be able to hit that a lot more of a higher percentage. So Dream Shake is very good. So you have these two badges on already. I would now go with Drop Stepper because I feel like that's just an easier badge to use. Then I would go with Postman Technician. Now, the most broken badge in the entire game for finishing, believe it or not, I haven't even shown it yet, because I wanted to save this for last, because this is the most toxic badge in all of 2K, the most broken badge in all of 2K, and that is Hook Specialist. So if you just want to go with the most broken badge, most broken build, just go with a 7'3" long wingspan build that has a crazy high hook and you'll never be stopped, and just put on Hook Specialist. Make sure you can get that to Hall of Fame. It'll be broken. Alright, so when it comes to the best shooting badges, we have a perfect way of going about it. We're gonna have Hall of Fame. Now, I'm gonna be showing you guys not just the best, but I'm also gonna be showing you guys the best bang for your buck on these. Now, when it comes to the finishing, in the playmaking and the defensive, it's some badges that's not gonna be as easy, but you can actually do that on this. So let's show you guys. So when it comes to the shooting badges, me personally, I might have a different way of going about it than you. My opinion, the shooting is pretty much the easiest we've ever had. Easiest we've ever had in all the 2Ks. It's just my opinion. I feel like even on 20, it's easier than even then, to be honest with you. So me personally, the only badge you really need to help you shoot is Sniper. That's the only one you need. I would max that out. You don't have to, but you can. I mean, I would max it out. You don't really need anything else when it comes to shooting wise to help you shoot besides this. It's not just gonna make you hit more whites. It's gonna also make your green window extend, so that whenever you green, it'll hit rim. That'll be because of Sniper. The more of those will be because of Sniper. So yeah, it's very easy. And I don't know what happened this last patch, but it feels like shooting has become even easier. So yeah, That's the first badge. Now next. Now, this badge setup is going to be for all builds, not just for this specific build, not just for spot-ups, not just for locks, not just for guards. It's going to be pretty much for all builds. Next, the badge I would go with next, I would either go with blinders or Deadeye. Pretty much, I would probably go with a blinders. Blinders, my opinion, is going to be a little bit better. Now, if you're kind of a spot-up, you probably would go more Deadeye. If you're more of a guard, you would go more blinders. You can use blinders on both and to the highest potential, to be honest, because there's going to be a lot of situations where people are going to be closing out from the sides and a lot of times on guards and spot-ups. So, yeah. Next, I would probably go Deadeye. If you didn't go blinders here, then you would go Deadeye. If you went Deadeye on the first one, you would go blinders here. If you went blinders on the first one, you would go Deadeye here. In my opinion, the badges after sniper, I would just go for all the contest badges. Anything that just makes it easier to get open shots. The more wide open shots, the more times you'll hit shots. The more open shots, the more times you'll be able to get greens. So that's just the way I'm thinking about it. That's just the easiest way when it comes to shooting. So yeah, that's what I do. Blinders, Deadeye. Next badge I would go is mismatch expert. Now, this is a badge that's very, very build specific. If you're a guard, yeah, you're going to use it if you're undersized. But if you're big, a spot up, you're not really using that. So if you're going that, if you're not going this, I probably would go with like maybe a hot zone hunter, maybe a green machine. Probably a green machine, actually. I probably would go with a green machine, to be honest with you. But yeah, right here, I would probably go with mismatch expert. This is probably the fourth most important badge to have on if you have the ability to have in it. But if not, I'll probably go with a hot zone hunter or a green machine. Next badge I would go with actually is chef. Now, this is going to be the point in time if you're big, you're going to be putting on, where's it at? Limitless spot up. These pretty much do the same thing. They're just for different types of ways. Limitless spot up is if you're a spot up. Chef is if you're a guard. So pretty much if you're a guard, you're going to use chef. If you're big, you're going to use limitless spot up. It's really up to you. Now, me personally, I use all these badges max. I max all these out. That's just what I do. If you're not maxing them out, in my opinion, you're doing it wrong. It's just that simple. You're doing it wrong. That's the best bang for the buck. It gets better and better in due time. And when I'm saying maxing it out, that means either you're going Hall of Fame if you get it Hall of Fame, or you're going gold if you only can get it gold. That simple. Next would be, in my opinion, hot zone hunter. Now, the best bang for your buck for hot zone hunter, there is a best bang for your buck for hot zone hunter. That would be gold. In my opinion, hot zone hunter gold is amazing. So yeah, hot zone hunter gold is just gonna be the best that you can do. In my opinion, Hall of Fame is better, but it's not worth wasting that extra badge point, if that makes sense. That's what I mean by best bang for your buck. So yeah, hot zone hunter is the badge I would go with next, and that would be if you're a guard or big. Next badge I would go with now is going to be where it's stop and pop. Stop and pop. I would go silver on stop and pop. Now, if you're big or a spot up, this is where I would probably go with a catch and shoot. In my opinion, catch and shoot is very important. Maybe you would want to go a little earlier if you're a spot up, but me personally, you know what I'm saying, this is just where I would throw it on. It's just that simple. In my opinion, having all these badges to negate the contest to get more wide open, and open is just more important than to be able to help me shoot when a game is just so easy to shoot. It's kind of that simple. Now, depending on your 3-point threshold, like if you're in the 70s, yeah, then you would probably want to go with like badges like catch and shoot. Maybe you want to go with like badges like green machine, hot zone hunter earlier. But if you're in that 80, that 90, that 99, you're not really worried too much about it. But if you're in the 70 threshold, even below that, yeah, you're not going to really be putting on blinders, deadeye, mismatch expert as early as I did. But majority of the time, you're not just going to be in the 70 threshold. So that's why I didn't do it like that. So I might do a setup for y'all only. But yeah, next badge I would go with is green machine. Now, me personally, I like using bronze green machine. On next gen, I use Hall of Fame. Sometimes I use gold, but mostly I use Hall of Fame. But most of the time I do use bronze, I will be honest. So bronze, well, I'm gonna show for the best bang for the buck. It's just a really good bronze badge. I really don't know what else to really say on that. Now, one thing that y'all probably noticed, I put on stop and pop. Yes, I do a lot more standstill threes than I do off the dribble threes. But if you're a person that do off the dribble threes, circus threes is one of the most overpowered, broken badges in the entire game. So say for instance, you're not a person that's gonna throw on a deadeye, or you're not gonna throw on a mismatch expert. You would probably be able to have badges like a corner specialist. You'll be able to have on badges, other badges. Now, one thing I wanted to say, last but not least, before we end off and go into like kind of for lower 3-point rating builds, the best badge in the game, best bang for your buck, is going to be lucky number 7. You want to have this on at all times. At all times. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but I wanted to say this for last. You want to be able to have this on at all times. This is the most secret, overpowered badge in the entire game. What I do on my builds, I go sniper, and I put lucky number 7, bronze at all times. That's pretty much probably almost the second badge I do every single time. And I don't put it past bronze. It's the best bronze in the entire game. Whether you're finishing, shooting, playmaking, defensive, it's the best bronze badge in the game, hands down. Now, I'm gonna show you guys real quick for more of a spot up build, so that the people that want to see that, they can see that. So you would take off Chef, you would take off Stop and Pop, you would put on Corner Specialist Silver. Yes, just Silver, because you don't really need more than that. When it comes to Catch and Shoot, I would go Hall of Fame. When it comes to the Miss Pilot, I would go Hall of Fame on that as well. And then when it comes to these other badges, everything else is just really dependent on your play style and stuff like that. I would probably go with a clutch shooter. You know what I'm saying? Set shooter, I see a lot of people say set shooter, but I'm not really a person that really thinks a set shooter as a viable badge personally. So yeah, that's really on you. So at this point, if you can max out Green Machine, you know what I'm saying, that's definitely an option. If you want to go with a slippery off ball, is another option. I've seen people do mixtapes of slippery off ball, and it looks really fun. So if you're a person that's playing off the ball, but you're not just a spot up, you're kind of doing movement and stuff like that, slippery off ball is going to be a very good badge to juke the defender and all type of stuff. So if you want to do that, you can. But what I do for the last couple badges, I either go Green Machine Gold or put it on Clutch Shooter. It's really on you on that, and that's kind of more for the spot ups. Alright, now for the low 3-point rating builds, I don't want to leave y'all boys hanging, because I will be honest. Badges like blinders, they're just not going to be the utmost importance for you, because of the fact that it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, you're really trying to just make sure you can hit shots. You're not really worried about the game contest. And a lot of times, people aren't even going to be guarding you as hard as these other builds. So, what you will want to go, High Zone Hunter, Gold, maximum. You don't want to go past that. You're wasting badge points, and a lot of the times if you only have 73 pointer, you're not going to have as many badges to even really work with. So I'm not even going to even show you as many badges. Next will be Stop and Pop. Now this depends on what you're shooting, standstills or off the dribbles, but I don't really know too many people that's only with a 73 pointer that's shooting off the dribble. So yeah, I will go Stop and Pop as my next badge. Like I said, you don't really want to worry too much about these other stuff. Now lucky number 7 is a good badge, but you have to get that off early in the shot clock. What happens a lot of times with these low 3-point rating builds, you're not shooting, your first thought is not to shoot. A lot of the times you're trying to rim run, and you're kind of like trying to shoot later. So if you are a person that likes to shoot off rip like me, go with lucky number 7. But if you're not, don't even worry about that badge. What you want to go with next will be pretty much whether it's a rhythm shooter, because a lot of you guys like to do that, either Damian Lillard step hot back, LeBron hot back, whatever you want to call it. A lot of you guys want to shoot with that, and that's going to be rhythm shooter. That's going to be helping you shoot off those. But if not, you can just go with a good Green Machine. Bronze is going to make a difference, a silver is going to make a difference, a gold is going to make a difference. Whatever you want to put it at, it will make a difference. I'll just put it for bronze for y'all boys. Now, a very important badge in my opinion for these is Clutch Shooter. I would pretty much say Clutch Shooter is more important than lucky number 7, because a lot of times at the park, if you're in a close game, that last 7 points, anytime after 14 points, is going to be activating Clutch Shooter if it's in a relatively close game. So yeah, Clutch Shooter can activate a lot in those games. Now, when it comes to these other badges, yeah, you can throw on a Catch and Shoot. Yeah, you can throw on a Corner Specialist. Yeah, you can throw on a blinders, a dead eye. Make a blinder or dead eye is kind of for the better if you're really gonna be shooting a lot. But me personally, this might be crazy to some, but me personally, I like using a Chef, bro. I like going with a Chef, and then going with a blinders, and then going with a dead eye, and then whatever you want to put those two, you will put those two. Whatever badge points you would have left over, you will put that to whatever you had. Now, I'm not even going to show Sniper at Hall of Fame just to make sure y'all can see that this is what it would look like if you had 15. Now, a lot of times you're not going to have more than 15, but like say for instance you're on a slash and playmaker that gets 15. A lot of times you can easily have around 12 playmaker or shooting badges. So yeah, you wouldn't have as many as I'm showing you guys, but you damn near would have it. It's that simple. But yeah, that's pretty much the shooting badge setup I'll give y'all for pretty much if you're at the 70 plus threshold, below the 70 plus threshold, maybe you're on a two-way playmaker, maybe you're on a slashing playmaker, maybe you're on a two-way slasher. This is pretty much the badges and the importance of badges I would do in order of how you would do your shooting badge setup. Alright, so when it comes to the best playmaking badges, the best playmaking badge setup, everything I'm going to be showing you guys in this video is going to be in terms of the priority. So the first badge I'll show you guys will be, in my opinion, the best playmaking badge, and also the most important playmaking badge to put on into your badge setup. So you can look at it a lot of different ways, but all in all, it's just gonna be a playmaking badge setup and the best playmaking badges. So yeah, let's show you guys. So the first badge you always want to put on in your badge setup when it comes to the playmaking is quick first step. This is literally gonna be how fast you're gonna dribble. It's gonna be how fast you speed boost. And if you know how important speed boosting is, I don't know how speed boosting got a negative connotation from 2K21, but there's a difference between speed boosting and speed glitching. Speed glitching is literally an extremely exaggerated speed boost. Speed boost is just a burst of speed. You can do that in real life, so I don't know where that negative connotation came from, but yeah, quick first step is just gonna make you be faster. It's gonna be important to get open for threes, layups, mid ranges, contact dunks, whatever you're trying to do. Even get your teammates open, because it's getting you open, so people have to help. So yeah, quick first step is a very, very important badge. Next, now in this game, when it comes to most necessary badges, in my opinion, you can go either way. You can either go handlers for days or unpluckable. Now they've made unpluckable more useful and nerfed pickpocket a little bit, but they're still kind of inconsistent in terms of pickpocket still being more overpowered, but unpluckable is just more needed. It's not as needed as before. So in my opinion, with the fact that there's no stamina badges in the game for anything else on offense, I would probably go with handlers for days. Handlers for days is just so important, because if you know, every single time, like if you're over dribbling or it's taking you longer to get open than usual, handlers for days is what's going to be canceling out the stamina issue. And why is that important? Because stamina is how your jump shot timing will vary, and in my opinion, that is very ass. I hate that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I hate the fact that 2K keeps finding ways to change jump shot time. I just want my timing to be the same thing every single time. So what I do, I just make sure to have handlers for days max at all times, so I don't have to deal with that as much as possible. So yeah, so the less stamina you have, the slower your jump shot will have. The more stamina you have, the closer it will be to your actual timing of your jump shot. So yeah, handlers for days in my opinion will be the second most important. And the stamina issue is not even that bad in this game, but the thing is, handlers for days is actually a good badge this year. Not only is the stamina issue not as bad, but like if you know how the stamina will go down, but it also will take forever to go back up if you don't have handlers for days. But if you have it, it'll take a lot longer to go down, but also it will go up, it will recover the stamina a lot faster. So handlers for days is a very good badge. Next will be unpluckable. It's really a no-brainer for me, because when it comes to how necessary the badge is, like if you don't have unpluckable on, I'm ripping you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm ripping you. Even if I have pickpocket on, if I don't have it on, you're getting ripped. So yeah, unpluckable, very important badge. It's literally just that simple. Like, you have to have it on. Is it inconsistent? Yes, but you have to have it on, bro. I'm sorry, you have to have it on. It's that simple. So yeah, next badge we'll probably end up going with. Now, you can go a lot of different ways. Now, you can go for a passing badge, or you can go for badges that make you even more fast. Now, that's probably what I would end up going with. I'll probably go with quick chain. Now, quick chain was a badge I was kind of sleeping on for a little while, but quick chain not only makes you dribble a lot faster when you're standing still, but it also makes your dribble moves it makes your speed boost out of those dribble moves that much faster. So it can combine with quick first step to make your speed boost that much faster. So yeah, quick chain is a very, 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 very nice badge to have on at all times. Next badge would be bullet passer though. Bullet passer is the badge I was arguing going with instead of quick chain, but yeah, we're gonna go with it right here. In my opinion, bullet passer, the ability to get the ball in your hands as fast as possible, the ability to make your passes as fast as possible is extremely important in NBA 2K22. So I just want to make that known. Bullet passer is one of the most important badges in the game. Now, these 5 badges you need to have on any build. If you're a guard, a small forward, a shooting guard, you need to have this on any build. Now, every other badge I'm gonna show you guys after this, I'm gonna put it to bronze, because you could argue it, but I feel like these 5 you must have. So when it comes to these other badges, now the next badge I would probably go with, stop and go, because me personally, I don't like doing fades. I don't like doing that type of stuff when I'm not trying to do it. So stop and go, what it allows you to do, it allows you to pretty much stop on a dime and just shoot the regular shot that you want to do. Now, if you don't really care about that, stop and go is not that important. It's not that important, I'm gonna be honest. Now, if you're a 300 stop and go is a very good badge, but if you like doing the occasional fade, don't even put on stop and go. I'm gonna be real with you. You don't really need that. So if I'm gonna just not put it, I'm just gonna discuss it for now, because in my opinion, for people like me, it's very important that I like to just do standstill threes. But if you're a person that don't like to do that, by all means, just don't throw it on. The next most overpowered badge will be tight handles. Tight handles is one of the most broken badges in the entire game. You can take people's ankles off of nothing with this badge, and they'll be stunned for a good amount of time, and that gives you in the offense a crazy advantage. So yeah, and a lot of times why it's overpowered is because the people that use it usually use screens, so that takes it to a whole nother level. It'll make it a lot easier for the screener to set the screen, all different type of stuff. So yeah, tight handles is definitely that badge I'll probably go with next for how overpowered and broken the badge really is. So yeah. Now, underrated badge is what I would go next. Glue hands. Now, why is glue hands important for a guard? Glue hands, if you don't know, if you don't have glue hands on, what a lot of comp locks would do, when you're trying to catch the ball in the inbound, they'll spam X and you'll lose the ball. If you have glue hands on, you're gonna catch that a large percent of the time. If you have it all the way at Hall of Fame, you're gonna catch it every single time, and they'll even call fouls on it now. So yeah, glue hands is kind of like unpluggable, but for catching it off the inbound. But another thing that's important for glue hands, say for instance, like your teammate missed, you missed, your teammate gets the rebound, they're trying to leak or something, the rebounder can pass that right back out to you. You'll get an extremely good catch animation every single time. No matter what the pass accuracy is throwing you the ball, it'll give you the good catch animation every single time. So yeah, can't go wrong with glue hands. Next, now we got a lot of other badges to work through. Now, for this next badge, in my opinion, I would probably go with a bailout. Bailout, in my opinion, when it comes to getting a bad animation, when you can just go in and just cancel that out, whether you're getting double team, is going to make it a lot more successful of a pass. Whether you're going for a bad animation, it's going to make that much more a successful pass. It's going to be a lot of situations where that successful pass is very important. So bailout is that badge I will go with next. When it comes to the next badge I would actually end up going with, this is probably where I would actually start to throw on badges to help people shoot. So in my opinion, the reason why I'm throwing these badges in so late, because this is the easiest shooting game of all time. If you need badges to help you shoot, I don't know what to tell you if you're playing with me, but I know there are people that's not good at the game, so you need to put these badges on. So for people that are not playing with the best of teammates, this is where you're gonna be starting to put on badges to help your teammates. Maybe you would have put this on instead of tight handles. Maybe you would have put this on instead of glue hands. Maybe you would have put this on instead of bailout, because this is just a badge that you need. But for general, it's gonna give your teammates +4 to all the attributes. Now this could be important for you to reach thresholds. Maybe they're at a 79 3-pointer, you can get them to the 80. Maybe they're at a certain such and such, you can get them to that. It's just very important. Next would be Dimer. Dimer is a very, very important badge again this year, but it's only in the half-court setting. It's going to be pretty much boosting your teammates' shot percentage to hitting shots. Now, it says for open teammates, but it's really on pretty much any type of shot. It doesn't really matter. It's just going to have a higher success rate of making that if it's open. And it's already going to be like that even if you don't have Dimer. So, I don't even know why 2K put that description. I'm going to be real. But yeah, the next badge, y'all probably was waiting on it, Hyperdrive. Hyperdrive is a very, very underrated badge in this game. Hyperdrive is a great badge when it comes to dribbling. When you're dribbling going up the court. Now this is for moving your move. So when you see the moving crossover, the moving, all that type of stuff, this is gonna make those a lot faster. Another thing that makes this a lot faster for Hyperdrive actually is the LeBron hotback. So if you like doing the LeBron hotback, that is gonna be Hyperdrive that makes that a lot faster. Quick chain, if you don't know, is literally strictly for signature styles. It's for some escape dribbles, but not all. That's what I'll say. But next will be Needle Threader. This is going to be the next passing badge. In my opinion, this is going to be very important for, like, if you feel like you kind of throw more scaries than you should, this is going to be a great badge for that. So having this alongside Bullet Passer is extremely good. Extremely good. One of the best combinations in all of 2K22. But the only reason why it's so late is strictly for passing, and sometimes you don't really need that depending on how high your pass accuracy is, because already it'll have within your pass accuracy Bullet Passer, within your pass accuracy Needle Thread, because it'll just, as your pass accuracy goes up, the faster your passes will be, the harder they will be to be caught, stuff like that. So yeah, the next badge I'll probably go is probably Stop and Go. Stop and Go is a very, very decent badge. You know what I'm saying? You really can't go wrong with it. Like I was saying, it's kind of more for people that 3 hunt, kind of more for people that do stand steals, but if you do these, it's gonna be good for you. The next badge I'll probably end up going with, you can go with a, depending on what your play style is at this point. If you're a shot creator, you would go space creator. If you like to use ankle, if you're not really a shot creator but you just like to do all different types of things to get ankles, go ankle breaker. It's not really that big of a deal. It's really up to you on that. The last badge I would go with is special delivery, because either you're doing to get more alley-oop success rate, or you're trying to help your teammates hit off of flashy passes, or you're trying to get the flashiest alley-oops possible, where you're throwing it off the backboard, doing bounce alley-oops, all different type of stuff. Not really a necessary badge, you know what I'm saying? You can go with a lot of other things. But yeah, that is in order what I believe is the best of the best playmaking badges. Best to pretty much worst. So special delivery would be the worst badge I would put on. As a guard, you don't really need downhill. You don't really need post playmakers. Some builds do need downhill. Some small forwards, I could see them benefiting from downhill. Some people would benefit from triple threat juke. I just don't see people's play styles aligning with triple threat juke. But if you use it, you would see it's actually a very underrated badge. Break start is more of a big man. Post playmaker is more of a big man. Space creator was the closest one to being put on. But like I was saying, like if you're going that or tight handle, so like you understood that when I was going over that, I would believe. You thought we were done? No, we still got the badges and the best badge setup to go over. And today we're ending it off with the defensive badges. Now we're gonna be giving you guys these badges based off importance and all that. But I'm gonna be real. Lockdown badges and big man badges can be kind of different, so I'm gonna try to do it as best as I can for the lockdown, but after I'm gonna also try to give you guys as best as I can the big man. So let's start it off with the lockdown. Now, first badge I would probably put on if I'm as a lockdown is clamps. I feel like the ability to get you as good as possible bumps as possible at all times is extremely absurd and very important. And when I'm showing you guys Hall of Fame, that just means I would just max it as high as possible, because I'm giving you guys also the best bang for your buck for each of these badges. Next, I would probably go Chase Down Artist. Chase Down Artist is one of the best, most broken badges in the game because of the fact of how good it is at bronze. Now, you can go bronze, you can go silver, you can go gold, you can go Hall of Fame. It gets better and better. It 100% gets better. But it's so broken at bronze because it unlocks the ability to get chase down blocks. If you don't have it on, you won't be able to do it. So yeah, bronze, it doesn't even matter what your block rating is a lot of times. It doesn't really matter what your vertical rating is, but vertical does help a lot. Speed does help a lot with this badge. So yeah, I want to make sure that's known. But yeah, very broken badge. And I would put it at bronze, but if you want to go higher, by all means do that. Next, now when it comes to the next badge, I would go for more of like an intimidator. And then intimidator this year I would max it out, because the shot contest, you want to be able to get as consistent as shot contest as possible, whether you only get gold or Hall of Fame. And it's very important whether you're on the perimeter or the interior, especially if you're in the interior and the perimeter. I'm gonna be real. So yeah, intimidator is needed on all fronts. Next, I would probably go with like an interceptor. That's gonna be having you in them passing lanes as much as possible. Very, very good badge. I would not go below silver. If you can get it to silver or gold at all by all means, put it on. But yeah, that's what I would do. Next badge, you can really go with a couple badges. Either you're going pick pocket or pick dodger. It's really on you which one you rather. Me personally, as a lockdown, I feel like around here is where you're gonna need pick dodger, because you know a lot of the guards need screens and a lot of the guards use screens. So you need the badge to cancel out screens. And if you actually can get it to Hall of Fame, it's actually a really good badge. But everything else, I would probably put it at bronze. But if you don't get it to Hall of Fame, because it's not gonna make too big of a difference regardless of the screens, because most of the time people are gonna be using max brick wall, and a lot of the time they're gonna be able to have Hall of Fame brick wall. So I would probably just go with Hall of Fame if you can get it. If you can't, I would go with bronze, personally, from my experience. Next, I would go pickpocket. You want to put pickpocket as high as possible. Just one of those badges. Put it as high as possible, set it, and forget it. It's that simple. Not really much more that really needs to be entertained with that. Now, these next couple badges as a lockdown, it's really up to you on these. I'm gonna be real. Now, I feel like this is a badge that all lockdowns use, and it's very, very broken. It's not really broken, it's just very, very useful, should I say. And this is Hustler. This is gonna help you get to a lot of loose balls a lot faster. So say for instance, your person not catching it, he tips it, you can get to that ball a lot faster than somebody that could be a lot close to it, but you're gonna get to it faster because you have Hustler on. And a lot of people use these, a lot of guards use this. So yeah, Hustler, very, very nice badge to have. Now next, say for instance, you're a person that don't really have too much like interior defense, But Ball Stripper is a very good badge to just be able to cancel out stuff like that. So if you really want to go with that, you can. If you're kind of a lot down but you want to be able to play a lot more builds, Pogo Stick is another great badge you can go with. You could also try to throw in like a rebound chaser if you want to do that. But in my opinion, that's more of a big man badge, and we're gonna hop into that next. But this is what I would really be do and go for if I was on a lot down build, if I was you. Alright, now, if you're making it as a big man build. Now, in my opinion, the big man build is a lot more simpler. I'm gonna be real. You're gonna start it off exact way you should do it. Rebound chaser. You wanna max this out as fast as possible. Is it the best big man badge? No. But most important one, yes. You wanna be able to get all the rebounds. Because if you don't get the rebounds, people are gonna be like you snagging. Now, me personally, I don't really need it max, but I know the common few are gonna, that's pretty much a common few. So you're gonna wanna put this as high as possible because it's just that important. Next, I would probably go with is a rim protector. I tell y'all this all the time. You could argue this is the most broken badge in the game. Now, is chase down artists at bronze extremely overpowered because you don't have to waste badge points? Yes, but rim protector, what makes rim protector so overpowered, it enhances every other badge that has to do with blocking shots. So whether that's Intimidator to get better shot contest, Pogo Stick to get better animations, and chase down artists, it enhances all of those. It also improves your blocking ability. It also unlocks special block animations. It also makes it harder to get dunked on, and it also gives your teammates takeover whenever you get a block. So yeah, rim protector is extremely broken, man. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. So yeah. Next badge I'll probably end up going with now is Intimidator. Intimidator is very important, especially for the people that don't really like to jump for blocks a lot of the times. So yeah, I would 100% go with an Intimidator right here. Then after that, I would probably be going with like a Pogo Stick for the people. Now, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Intimidator is very important at all times. But Pogo Stick, if you want to be able to keep jumping and jumping and jumping, which is very important in this game so you can get the consistent shot contest, Pogo Stick is very much needed. Next badge I would probably end up going with now again is another badge to get block shots. Yes, I understand I haven't went brick wall, but it is what it is. I'll probably go with chase down artists. If I didn't, I'm gonna actually change this. I know I said this, but I'm gonna actually change it. I'm gonna go brick wall here because I know a lot of y'all people be playing with people that need screens. I know I might not need them as much, but if you want, you know what I'm saying, if you want go with brick wall, go by all means. Brick wall. Not only is brick wall gonna be helping you with screens though, it's also gonna be draining people's energy whenever you do any physical contact, whether you're boxing out, setting a screen in the post, guarding somebody in the post, it doesn't really matter. Another thing that it does now though is moving truck, so it makes it harder to get back down in the post. So it's like 3 badges in one. Then I'm gonna go Pogo Stick for the reasons I said earlier. Then I'm gonna go chase down artists. Now you can go bronze on this, but like I was saying with the lockdowns, you know what I'm saying, you can go as high as possible. I would probably go as high as possible on a lock or a big man, but best bang for your buck would be bronze. So yeah, chase down artists is very good for big man builds. Then I'm gonna go interceptor to be in them lanes. People don't really do that a lot on their bigs, but I would 100% now go interceptor. You don't really need it as much as these other builds on a big because you have such long arms, you're so tall, but interceptor is gonna make it a lot easier in a lot of these situations. And a lot of times they pretty much just throw the ball at you as a big. I'm gonna be real. Then for this next badge, I probably would go clamps. You might go hustler. I would probably go clamps. I'll probably go clamps. Other options could be pickpocket. Other options could be worm, box. I would probably go clamps on mine though. I'm gonna be real. I would probably go clamps and I would just set it and forget it. And that, in my opinion, is the best defensive rebound badge setup and the best defensive badges based off priority, whether you're a lock or a big. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, man, I need y'all boys to keep showing the support by smash brick and the like button. Do the same thing with the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button right now. What are you doing? Comment down below to help the algorithm. I need all that stuff out the way, man. Y'all gotta keep showing the support. But yeah, turn on post notifications for all the videos. Share the video to anybody think will help. All that good stuff out the way, man. I do appreciate all y'all for on some real stuff. Y'all really been going crazy. I do appreciate it. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I have to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!